Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. And today's video it's gonna be focused mostly on people who think relocating abroad will be their first start. You might be relocating because of certain reasons: toxic relationship, new start of your life, college, job, or just for the experience. So I'm going to give the few tips and share my experience coming here, because when you travel, nobody ever tells you what to expect, what you need to do to prepare for traveling abroad or relocating abroad. Most of the people, we didn't find it perfect at the first time or the first weeks of arriving abroad. We never find it amusing, or we never found it, great place. More especially if you haven't researched, right? You'll be in a big problem. So I'm going to share my experience coming here. And for me, I came a year after I finished my high school. I was very small, tiny, and I was from the village. I was coming straight from the village, fresh from the village, aka village. I didn't know my city that well. I think I stayed in our capital city for 8 months. That was it. And I was actually afraid to go from the house I was living to the mall, because I was afraid to get lost and all that. Anyway, it was back 2009, beginning of 2009. That's when everything started.
Johnny.
Yeah. And I got an invitation from my brother, because my brother came here years before to finish his doctorate. He was in medicine school here in Ireland, and he invited me to come and see the place after he got married, and him and the wife were having the first child. So he invited me just to help them for a few weeks and see the place as well. So I didn't even ask. I didn't even say what. I just said, yes, I'm coming. Imagine a village girl who failed high school. I think I made 20 points. I really did bad. All I've seen was garbage, all that key. The maths was just the worst, okay? I just saw darkness writing exams in high school. Anyway, let's get that. So, and he sent all the documents. He didn't even give me the opportunity to ask. Actually, I wasn't curious, because what I did was, I thought the way he was explaining it, he was talking about all his greenery, the people are nice and the little houses. He didn't tell me that it's gonna be, big houses and all that. I am there preparing to come over, and he sent me the money. He prepared everything and sent me the money to travel with. May I say this? Before traveling, you need to have, there is a rule that you need to have extra money, just in case everything doesn't work out as you expect it to, So for me, my brother sent me money. And with the money, it was my first time to hold 4,000 pula. That's like for 400 euros. So in Botswanian currency, it's like 4 grand in my hand. I get overexcited. I invited friends that I haven't even spoken to them since secondary school or high school. So I dated them to Nando's. Some of them, they were my friends actually. I took them to Nando's. Everyone was sitting down with their whole chicken, telling them how I'm going abroad. Life is gonna be amazing. I'm really scared. While inside I was just showing off that, I'm going abroad. You guys have passed your high school, you are in universities. So now it's my time to shine. So I finished all the money. And imagine when it's summer in Botswana, like around Christmas time. Here in Ireland it's winter. When it's winter in Botswana, we're in summer here. So it was winter time when my brother invited me here, and I left, I think, February 2009 February, the beginning of or end of January. I came here end of January. So I came in, I traveled through South Africa, and I wasn't prepared. My brother didn't tell me that I'm gonna be interviewed and all that in South Africa. I'm gonna be looking for this. The only thing that he told me just to go and collect the traveling letter in Irish consulate, whatever. So that's the only letter I had, and the address and all his paperwork that he did. So I flew all the way from Botswana to South Africa. So when I got there, before boarding to the flight, South Africa to London, I met this Scottish man, okay? Mind you, okay, every English speaking countries, more especially abroad, like America, Europe and all that, they have accents, okay? I was used at home to be, our accent to be like, hey, come here. What are you trying to do? Like, this is the accent I was used to in school and all that, even speaking to the friends, all right? And I met this Scottish man. Even today, I don't even understand what they're saying. Not even a single word that a Scottish person will say or will hear. Nothing. Even today. That's like over 12 years. I still don't understand what they're saying. I can get there and there. So I met this Scottish man to interview me. I couldn't even hear when he was asking me, what's your name? I was in trouble. He asked me what's my name. I was like, sorry, I don't understand. Who's your brother? I had the brother, I said the name, and he asked me, what's the purpose of going there? I had nothing. Absolutely nothing. And there was no one to translate. I know nowadays there are people to translate into the the language you're speaking. But there was no one to translate me. I don't know why. Why though? And the interview went really bad because I didn't know what he was saying. If he asked me my name, I couldn't hear him. He asked me the address I'm going to, which was not fair though, but I don't even know if he asked me the address. It's just that he was speaking to twin language that I didn't understand. So I couldn't hear anything. All I heard was my brother's name, and this poor man even tried to talk to me this way. What your name? Like using the mouth expression to see if I can get it. Because the other thing, I was actually panicking. It was my first time to travel by myself, and English was not really, really good. I was actually paranoid to be like, oh my God, what if I get lost? What if the plane crashed with me? I was thinking negative anyway. So, going back to the interview went really, really sour. Really bad. I couldn't answer that man's questions. So he went back. He was like, okay, you are not allowed to travel. Imagine after all that, I called my friends, everyone that I haven't spoken to in a long time. I took them for dinner and stuff with the money that I was meant to travel with. All of it. I was left with 200 pula, which is 20 euro. Who travels with 20 euro abroad? 20 euro. I was left with 20 euro. I got too excited. Like, my brother is there. I didn't know that money he gave me was really, really important. Anyway, let's move on with the story. So what happened was he went to the airline I was flying with. I think I was flying with South African Airways that time. So he went back and told them that this one's trip has been cancelled because first of all, I don't have enough money to go to Ireland. Number two, I don't know English at all. How am I going to talk to people? And I'm traveling by myself. If I go, it happens that I arrive there and I need help, how am I gonna say what? And the money that I have, the 200 kilo that I have, it was only for the cab from point A to point B. So everything got cancelled. I'm there going, hey, I'm going back home. Why am I going back home after spending all that money? And at the same time, guys, they couldn't get my brother anyway because my brother was on call. He's a doctor. He was on call. My sister-in-law was on call. So there was no one to answer the phone. It was a nightmare. My flight got cancelled. My customer service, they actually said, no, don't worry. We'll help you to go in the next plane. They actually tried to call my brother there because I had everything, just that the English was bad. It was really, really hard to understand that man. And then this guy, they actually gave me the questions to be the question he's going. They actually sneaked me and give me the tips what the guy is gonna ask me tomorrow, so that I just have to cram the accent and cram what he's gonna ask. So that's what I did. They gave me the list of the questions that I'm gonna be asked tomorrow. They were like, no, don't worry, don't go back. We'll try to get your brother, and if you manage to get him, they got him around 2 o'clock in the morning. I think at that time he was on a break or so. They got him. They told my story, and he whatever he spoke to them, they managed to rebook me another flight for the next day, and they told me, look, you're going to have another interview, and just be lucky that man doesn't come back. It's going to be somebody else. All right. I was like, okay, no problem. So that's what I did. They gave me the list of the questions, so I practiced those questions, and I even practiced how to speak. This is not the accent, this is the African accent. I was actually practicing the English accent. I can't do it now because that was years ago. I only did it for the interview. I was even speaking in it.
Chai!
Anyway, that doesn't matter. So going back to the story, and the following morning, a lady came in to interview me. It was actually an Irish, because I was coming to Ireland. So it was an Irish, lovely lady. She interviewed me all the questions that those guys, like, she picked a few questions from there. So, and my brother's phone was on. She called my brother, they spoke, and she asked me how much I have. I told him that I have 200 pula, that's like 20 euro. So she called my brother, tell him that, look, you should be at the airport to collect her because she has no money. She was really, really nice. The lady was really, really nice, And then, I flew from Botswana with the jacket that I was wearing was, I was wearing a jumper. So mind you, the jumpers at home, the winter at home, it's not as cold as here. It might be different because our winter is dry cold, that it can actually crack you. When it's really, really cold, it can crack your skin. That's how bad it is. But the winter here, it's moist. So, and it's the longest 6 months of winter. There is probably 3 months or 2.5 months of winter in where I come from, in Botswana. So I came here, was February. It was snowing, and I had Paul Neg, my brother Luke. He was mad. He was really, really mad how I spent 4,000 pula on what? I didn't buy anything. I didn't buy a bag. Guys, I had, you know, the small the what do you call it, carry-on luggage, I'll say it that way. Okay, I didn't have the cabin bag or anything. That was the worst, actually. Okay, I'm moving on. But if you're coming by yourself, please get these tips before you want to move to any other country. Number one, research about that country, culture-wise, food-wise, anything. How much the rent is gonna be before you can even start, quitting your job and all that. Start researching. Just take a year to research about the country. And another thing that I can say, don't rely on people who are abroad. Meaning, I'm not saying you cannot ask me, you can, but don't rely on the other people, because you don't know what we are living on. We might be living in a small room, 6 of us, while you're saying, oh, life is great this side, because we don't want you to go around telling people that I went abroad to suffer. All right. Number 2, check with the embassy in terms of visa and all that, because it's very, very important. Visa, the stamp, what stamp you need to be able to work and all that. Number 3, while we're doing all that, all the research, and start saving, because I have to tell you this, there are people who actually woke up and start selling their things, come abroad, and things didn't work out for them. They had to go back and start from scratch, because they came here, they found that this is not the place for them. They just wasted. And guys, most of the countries actually abroad, I would say it's a lonely place, unless if you know how to make friends. It can be lonely. I lived in house for 6 years. I didn't know my neighbor. It was just hi. That was it. I never even sat down. It's like, hey, how are you doing? What do you do? And all that. We never had time. Life is busy to be sitting down catching up with your neighbor. 6 years in the house. I didn't know my neighbor. In where I come from, your neighbor is your family. Actually, they wake up in the morning, they have breakfast with you, they have lunch with you, they have dinner with you. That's how we roll. Here now, you can even buy your brand new car and park it in front of your house. No one's gonna say, oh, you bought a new car, well done. Nobody cares. Your life is your life. If you wanna be happy, you have to make your life, you have to make yourself happy. Be open to any job, because you might leave your country while you're working as a nurse or as a teacher, like any other job that you find is gonna be what you like. You might come back as you from working as a banker, and you come here and start cleaning from the bottom, the job that you're looking down to.